And the recording has started. Ed Moore, Tiffany Cox Chiado.
Yes, it's a lot more difficult than my maiden name of Cox, which I got teased my whole life about by everyone with that name.
Well, it's good to see you guys, and I know that we've been working on really hard on this reunion. Tiffany, I have to say, you got the party started last year, and you guys might recall that I threw one at my house a few years ago for those folks we could find. We did our best in a short period of time, and I know some people didn't know about it. We didn't mean to leave anybody out, but we tried over the years. Various classmates have tried to do this. And there's just something really important as we get older to stay in touch.
Well, I live in Indianapolis, so I'm not in the Kalamazoo area, nor have I been since I graduated, actually. And so now I live down here, and I too, Julie, have come to the point where it's important, the reunion, that's why I kind of started talking about it, to get together with old folks that I've known all my life. Sorry. But I haven't seen in ages. And I thought, it's 40 years. We need to get going and see people because it's important. We don't know how long we're going to be around. And my sister missed her reunion, dying unexpectedly in 2021. And I just think it's important. She was really looking forward to it. I'm just live down here, live a happy life, 2 kids, 2 daughters.
Tiffany, you talked about it at the top, but why do you want to come to the reunion? Why did you want to do this? So,
not to get too detailed, but I was really sick in the end of 2019 and was at the pearly gates and spent years trying to get back to where I am.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're so glad you're still here.
I didn't know I'd cry, but it was quite emotional. Yeah. And anyway, one of the things that came back was the people I knew when I was little. We do have memories and good memories from those times. It doesn't necessarily have to be from high school. I mean, I remember us walking to Millett Elementary School to get on the bus to go to Edison, and we put little rocks in a row so that we keep our places in line on the bus and play like wall ball. We'd get hit by tennis balls and have knots in our legs by the time we got to Edison. And then we'd go by deja vu every day and we'd look to see do we know any cars, do we know anybody's cars out there?
Ed, how about you?
Well, I live in the Matawan Papa area with my beautiful wife. We have 5 children combined, 2 from a previous marriage, and she had 3. They're all over the age of 22 and somehow still find their way back to our house. Despite, it's like they just will never go away. It's like a wart on your hand or something like that. So then I have been in the security alarm business, installing, selling, testing, inspecting for 37 years. And right now I'm sitting in our church. We're getting ready for our vacation Bible school. And so I've been put to work today.
Well, and I should say, for those who may not recognize me, I'm Julie Cook Brown. So I'm downtown Julie Brown. And I am married to a wonderful guy named Tim. And just like you guys, I'm sure if we had hours, we could talk about all that we've been doing for the last 40 years. But I have 3 kids, and really looking forward to seeing you guys again. Tiff, you touched on something that really resonates with me. It's not just high school, but it's also elementary, junior high. I remember walking. I lived down in Washington Square. I grew up on Hayes Park, then Reed Street. But when I was on Hayes Park, I used to go over to LaTanya Glass's house, and I just remember loving being around her family. And April Love lived in my neighborhood. So many kids did. And just those wonderful memories of being a child. And for me, I had a very dysfunctional, very, very dark home that I grew up in. And even though I've gotten past those sad memories, these memories are good ones of these kids that just helped me get through life. Ed, what about you?
friends that we did and that we had in school were friends that we made when we were younger, you know, whether it be elementary school. Then I went to Oakwood Junior High, which is something that we can't say anymore. Junior highs, kids don't go to junior high anymore. They go to middle
I
school.
refuse to say middle school when it comes to me. I say junior high.
Oh, I still call everything the way I remember it was.
Right.
But, and so you go off to a high school, and you're combining junior highs together, and now you're making new friends. You still keep in touch with your old friends, and then when you hang out with the people that you have stuff in common with, and then you realize once you graduate and go off 40 years later, you find out, hey, I do have something in common with people that I never hung out with or didn't know. Or you get this. I'll share a quick story with you. And so it was a couple of years ago. I was in a Menards, and I see Mr. Smith, Richard Smith, the English teacher, walking through another exit with one of his sons. I think it was Todd. I think it was Todd Smith was his son. And so
Yes.
I walk in, and I'm getting a gallon of paint. And after I got that gallon of paint, I thought, you know, I should go and see if he's still in the store. So I go up and find him, and there he is in the other side of the store. And I start telling him who I was. He says, oh my God, we were just talking about you just last week. And I thought, what?
It gives you a feel-good feeling. I don't know if you guys feel it, like when you run into these people wherever you see them, or you actually look for it. I think, Ed, you know, I bet I know people here, because odds are I do, wherever you are. And it's a feel-good feeling. It's like
it's comforting. Don't you think it's a comfort?
It's like home.
Yeah.
It's like back home. And I think that's something that a lot of people, we take for granted.